Let's begin today's cool down in child's pose. So roll over to your hands and knees. Bring those feet together and open your knees nice and wide. Let your chest drop down in between your thighs. Your forehead's gonna drop down onto the mat, and we're gonna stretch our arms a little bit further over the head. Sinking into this child's pose, just gently opening up our hips. Maybe walking those fingertips out a little bit further as you sink back into the hips. Just softening and moving back into that nice full deep breath. Our warm up and our cool down are both really important. This cool down is going to help to rejuvenate the body. Just helping you to keep that training regimen on a regular schedule. So as you do drop back down, let's just take another couple of breaths, really full deep breaths in and out of the nose. And then coming up onto our hands and knees, we're going to release our spine with a couple cat-cows. We're in that nice neutral spine. We're just going to lift our chin and our tailbone, scooping out our back. Exhale, we round it all under, just squeezing and rounding, and then lift again, a couple at your own pace. Good, we're just releasing the spine, rejuvenating that spine. Good, one more, really round and squeeze, and then begin to lift. Right back into neutral, and then side to side. So look over your right shoulder, right here. We're gonna bring our right shoulder to our right hip, back to center, and switch sides. Left shoulder, left hip. And back to center again, switching sides. And one more time, just rolling over that left shoulder. Good, right back to center. And let your toes come under as your hips rise to the sky. We're gonna push into our feet, actively moving and pushing the soles of the feet into the mat. Good, palms of the hands are pushing back, chest is dropping down towards your thighs. Notice if you're holding your head or your neck up here. We want to release that neck. We want to release our head. Good. Begin to gently bend one knee and then the other, just moving into the feet, into the ankles a little bit. Good. Dropping side to side. Just going to wag on the tail, stretching out the entire upper body, elongating, decompressing your spine. Go right back into neutral. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. You're walking your hands towards your feet and letting the head drop down. Once again, just decompressing, opening up. This time elongating the back side of the body. Now you can bend the knees if it feels like too much pressure on the kneecaps. Drop your head a little lower without bouncing, without jerking. And then firmly plant that left hand down as you lift the right arm, just rolling open. Even the palm of the hand is out as you reach your palm to the sky. Take it back down and switch sides. Let that left arm roll open and twist. Good, once again, drop it down and lift that right arm, rolling, opening, reaching. Good, one more time, right hand down, left arm lifts. Spiral the spine open. Good, back down to center. And then walk your hands right back out into that downward facing dog. Just walking about. Take a breath or two here. Sink into the feet and drop onto your hands and knees. As we come onto hands and knees, we're going to take our knees, or our hips actually, over to the left, swinging our legs right around. Legs are straight out in front of you and you're sitting tall. Let's hinge at the waist, folding forward. So get that length and just drop your head down. Hang out here for a couple of breaths. Notice if you're bouncing or jerking. You never want to bounce or jerk in any of these postures. Remembering it's all about taking care of yourself, and we never want to force our body to move into any posture. We always move into the pose and then let the body just open up naturally. Lift your head up now and start to move onto your back. So when you're on your back, you're going to squeeze your knees into your chest, really squeezing them. So bring them in and maybe even rolling hip to hip, a little massage here. Good. Keep that right knee into your chest. And let's take that left leg all the way out onto the mat. Left leg stretches out. We're bringing our knee into our chest. Now, if you're super flexible like a diva, you may not need a bind. But otherwise, we're gonna use a bind and we're gonna hook that bind around our toe or foot. And with your right hand, grab onto that bind. Straighten your right leg and just bring it all the way up to the sky. We wanna square our shoulders and our hips onto the mat. Our left leg is straight, our right leg is straight. Now, making sure we don't bend that knee is not about how close we bring this leg to our body. We really are moving into the hamstrings, into the glutes. But now let's lift our nose to our knee as we move in just a little deeper. Without pulling too hard, without being able to hold the breath here. We're just moving into that next level. Take your head back. And let's begin to let that right leg just open all the way open to the right side of your body. We're opening it to the right side. Now you may need to bend your knee or let the bind out a little bit more. Stretch your left arm out and then bring your nose to your left fingertip. Huge stretch here. Good, and we wanna try to square those shoulders up and square your hips up. So notice if you're rolling way over to one side or the other. Good, continue to use that breath as you open up those inner thighs. Good. This is too much. Know that any modification is okay. You can bend the knees. You can release that bind. Good. Let's take that right leg right back up to the sky. And then with both hands, grab onto either that bind or your ankle. Nose to knees as you move in nice and deep. Still keeping that left leg out in front of you. Right. And not bouncing, not pulling, or not pulling so hard that the muscles in your body are flexing, that the veins aren't coming out of your arms. And really taking care of yourself. Drop your head back and continue to bring that leg towards your body, just moving in again to that next edge. Good. Now bend that right knee and squeeze it in. We're squeezing that right knee in nice and tight. If you have the bind, you can set it to the side. With your left hand, we're gonna guide our right leg all the way over so that our right knee is touching the opposite side of the mat. Stretch your right arm out and then bring your nose toward that right fingertip. Now, so important to relax and really breathe into these postures. We're unwinding our hips, releasing our spine and our lower back. Notice if you're clenching your jaw or your fist, soften in. Just bring that right knee back into your chest. So come on back to center, squeeze it in one more time, and then switch sides. So then just straighten that right leg, bring that left knee in, squeeze it here. Grab onto either that left big toe with your left peace finger or use your bind. Straighten your left leg. That left leg is straight, his right leg is straight. Both hips are on the mat. So I know that you probably want to move in deeper already, but it's important to allow one posture begin to build upon the next. One breath starts to build upon the next. Now that we've moved into this posture, we can start to lift our nose to our knee, just moving in a little bit deeper. And using your left hand. So you don't want to use both hands yet. We don't want to move in too deep. And another breath or so, and the head will come back. And when the head does come back, then that left leg is just going to drop all the way over to that left side. We drop it over. Once that left leg comes down, then we square our hips. We stretch our right arm up and bring our nose over toward our right fingertips. Eyes can be closed or open, it doesn't matter. Wherever you feel most relaxed, where you can really soften into those hips. All right, so notice what you're doing here. Notice if you're still tensing. All right, and then take a couple more breaths. And when you're ready, start to bring that left leg right back up to the sky. And then with both hands, we want to bring our hands and just grab onto that ankle or the bind. Nose is up. Good, we're moving our nose toward our knee, creating just a little bit more space. Now taking that head back, let's continue to pull the leg toward us. And softening in and deepening the breath. Are we still breathing in and out of the nose? Lengthening every inhale, completing every exhale. You got it, good. Bend the left knee now. Let's squeeze that left knee in to our chest. Give yourself a really huge squeeze. And then bring both knees in, just squeeze them in really tight. A little massage here. So we're gonna roll from side to side, gently massaging that low back. If your low back is feeling tense, you can even create a couple little circles here in one direction and then a couple in the other direction. Let's drop into now one more spinal twist. Drop those knees comfortably over to the right. Let's take our arms to a T and let your nose turn to the left. There you go. Close those eyes. Release your jaw. Let's soften the hips. And then begin to take that breath back down to that more normal, natural state. And every breath softer and softer. Take your knees once again back into your chest. Squeeze in the center and switch sides. Knees are now over to the left and your nose toward the right. If those eyes popped open, soften and close the eyes. Notice if you're still tensing anything up here. Notice if your shoulders are still tense. I even see sometimes people have their hands still clenched in this posture. So notice what's going on with your body. Just another breath or so, and then take your knees back into the chest. Let's squeeze it in as hard as you can. Little massage side to side. There. And that final posture, my favorite pose, Shavasana. We're going to take that right foot and just place it into the right corner of the mat. The left leg drops over to the left corner of the mat. Your hands are right there next to your sides and the palms are facing upward. And if you still have those eyes open, close your eyes. Soften your face and your jaw. Just take a minute or so here to relax the entire body. Breath is right back to that normal, natural state. Each muscle beginning to soften and melt into the mat, allowing the body to get heavier and heavier. So if you're at home and you have extra time, then hang out in this pose for another several minutes. And if not, then just begin to awaken. So we open those eyes. We let the head turn side to side, just opening up, releasing the neck. Take a huge breath in and stretch your arms over your head. Get some length, really stretch it out. Reach it over your head. And then bring your knees into your chest once again, big squeeze. As we just pop right up into that seated posture. Come on up into the center of your mat. We're going to place our hands right here in the center of our heart as we close our practice with that sign of gratitude. Namaste.